Have you ever had an expectation in mind? You work very hard towards it, you make a plan, you do everything to the best of your ability, and then you don't get the results, and then you kind of get pissed at yourself. You double down on it, you say, okay, I'm gonna try this now, work harder, I'm gonna do this strategy, and I'm gonna finally get the result, and then you don't get it, and then you feel even worse about yourself, and then you keep repeating this process until you finally burn out and you don't even want to do it at all. Well, this video is for people who struggle with burnout, and I have a simple solution for you to actually stop burning out and actually stay consistent over a long period of time, hopefully your whole life. So here's what happens. When you expect something, then the reality shows another result that's actually below that expectation. It doesn't meet it at all. The gap between the expectation and the reality is called disappointment. And when you get disappointment over a long period of time by repeating this process, you finally get burnt out. So that's how burnout happens. So how do you fix this? It's gonna sound so easy, but it's very, very hard to actually apply it in your life. And it's basically to just not have any expectations towards any results. What does that mean? It means, let's say you go to the gym, don't have an expectation of getting a nice body, getting abs, getting jacked. Go to the gym for a deeper reason. For me, for example, I used to go to the gym maybe to look a certain way, to get attention, to be confident, whatever it is. Now I go to the gym so I can be a leader for people online, for my audience, so they can actually listen to what I say. And that is a deep fundamental level for me, not out of ego, but for me to change other men's lives. If you can find a deep reason and define as many whys as you can, so that way whenever you don't feel like going, you can look back at your whys and relate it to why you're doing something instead of an expectation or result, you will actually be consistent over your whole life. And that is actually what has kept me consistent with YouTube. I've been posting for a year and 5 months, 0 results. I've been getting 0 results. I have never had a video that blown up over 6,000 views. A lot of people would have gave up by now. People hit a hurdle and then they just stop. They feel like it's not worth it, whatever, because they expect a certain result. They think if they work hard, they should get this reward. That's not how life works. The reason I was able to be so consistent on YouTube is because I made a promise to myself, 1 video a week for the next 2 years, and just see what happens with no expectation or results. Now, obviously I have days where I'm more down, disappointed. It's very difficult. It's not supposed to be easy, but I find because I don't have any more expectation or results, I feel like I can keep doing this forever until I make it. And when you do that, the results will actually chase you. Another strategy that helps me lower my expectations is thinking about my mortality every day. So it's gonna sound really bad, but by me thinking about my death every day, it actually destroys my ego. And when you associate your ego with anything, I don't think anything good comes out of that. So whenever I expect a result or a metric, that's coming out of ego. But when I think about my death, it destroys my ego because it lets me know that no matter what I accomplish, no matter what success or numbers I hit, no matter how much money I make, I'm gonna end up under the ground like everyone else. So who cares about things like that? Let's just try to do something for the sake of me wanting to do it and see where that goes. And I think that is a way more sustainable approach than doing something and expecting a result out of it. And you need to apply this mindset to your friends. You need to apply this mindset to your jobs. You need to apply this mindset to everything that you can literally apply it to. Because when you go into anything without an expectation, you will never be disappointed. This is not to say you shouldn't have standards towards relationships and things like that, but the second you expect someone to act a certain way, that is when it becomes unfair to you, and you're gonna self-sabotage yourself for the rest of your life when you think like that. And Stoicism, which is a philosophy that has helped me the last 4 years get more in tune with my emotions and impulses to not put expectations on things anymore. So now I can just turn on this camera and talk about this and not expect to get any views out of this. I can just fully express myself right now to help anyone behind that computer screen. And I think that's a beautiful thing to do it for that reason rather than another expectation like a number. So I hope this helps you guys stop burning out, find a way to destroy expectations and instead link it to a deeper reason, to a deeper purpose of why you're doing a certain thing. Always ask yourself why you're making a decision. You will tend to be more consistent that way.